Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I thought we can do video number 2 of my makeup collection. So this is going to be all things base. So I did my primers. I will leave it all in a playlist down below. But this is going to be foundations, tinted moisturisers, glowy bases. I should have maybe put them in the primer video, but I actually use them as a foundation if I don't want heavy coverage. So yeah, this is going to be a long ass video. I've just popped all of them into this wash bag. I have a lot of foundations. I do like number of different foundations. I've got some high end, I've got some drugstore, I've got some lightweight, and I've got some full coverage. So buckle in, we're gonna do foundations. This coffee is so good, by the way. It's the Nescafe Instant Concentrates. Amazing. Anyway, so we'll start off with anything that's kind of like not technically a foundation, but it's like a glowy kind of base product, if that makes sense. So I've got these. Now these could possibly have went into my primers. Yeah, so I got these from Primark. They were actually reduced to £1, which is why I bought them. I've not really tried much Primark products makeup wise. I've seen a lot of people rave about them on like TikTok and stuff, but I've just never really bought them, and I've never used these. Never used them. So these are the bronzing drops. So they're meant to be like the Drunk Elephant bronzing drops and stuff. They had a blush one as well, but I didn't pick that one up. But this is the instant bronzing drops in light medium and then medium dark. So I got the 2 shades. I haven't tried these. I can't give my opinion on these yet. This as well, but this again could have went into my primers, and I've never used it yet. I'm not, as I said in my primers video, because I was overweight and my skin was so bad with like spots and dryness and stuff, the last thing I wanted to do was put makeup on my skin. So I haven't worn makeup in ages, but the last like couple of weeks I've started like wearing makeup again. So I really need to actually start wearing the stuff that I've got that I haven't ever used. But this is the Iconic London Instant Sunshine Bronzing Drops. So again, another kind of bronzing drops product. Oh. It looks stunning. I'll maybe use it next summer. But I love, oh look at that. I love Iconic London. It's one of my favourite, yeah, I would say it's high end because their products are pretty like expensive. But I have quite a lot of Iconic London products. They're my favourite high-end brand because especially in the spring and summer, that is my sort of vibe. Their whole entire vibe is kind of glowy, lightweight, beachy, golden goddess sort of vibe. So I've got this. I will use it because I love Iconic London and that looks absolutely stunning on the hands, so glowy. I've also got these ones. These I have tried and I'm actually pretty impressed with these. So it's the W7 Golden Glow drops and I think it's just 1 shade. It's actually really good. So again, it sort of looks like the Iconic London ones, I'm not gonna lie, but it leaves more tint. It's a lot more glowy than the Iconic London one. Look at that. It's stunning. Doesn't smell of anything. It doesn't leave a sticky residue. It's stunning. I think it was something like £2. Insane. Haven't used W7 since I was like 12. And I was like, you know what? Let's give this a go because I'm not willing to pay the price of the Drunk Elephant one. I'm not going to lie. I'm no thank you. The Iconic London one was like push because I love Iconic London, but this is so good. I would highly recommend these if you can find them. I think I got them like out of like it wasn't like a Boots or Superdrug, but it was like a beauty store, and it had loads of this. It had like Revolution, MUA, all the kind of drugstore products, not like L'Oreal and you know, like the really cheap drugstore brands, if you get what I mean. And this was in there and I picked it up. I think it was like £1.99, £2. Insane. I have 2 of the collection filter finish. I love this. This isn't necessarily glowy. It just makes your skin look flawless without actually having to put full coverage foundation on. This is so good. It's obviously duping, you know, like the Charlotte Tilbury, the e.l.f., but this one is a lot less glowy. It's a nice alternative if I don't want something glowy, but I want something lightweight on the skin. This is stunning. Hence why I've got two. This is in the shade Fair Medium. It's quite dark for a fair medium. So yeah, I absolutely love these. These are so good. And they're in glass bottles. And they're like £8. Ridiculous. So I've got this. I should have put this in my primers, but we'll just put it in here. This is the Iconic London Underglow Blurring Primer. Again, it's one of those products that I prefer a radiance glowy primer rather than a blurring primer. So I haven't really used much of it. I have used some. But I need to experiment with what kind of foundation would look good on top of this, because I feel like if it's too glowy and too kind of like watery, that just seems to ball on my skin for some reason. But on its own, it's actually a really nice product. I just don't gravitate towards it. It's the only Iconic London product I would say I'd probably wouldn't repurchase, because it's just not a bit of me. But if you've seen my primers video, you will know. But I've got that. We've got my ultimate favourite drugstore product at the moment. I love this product. I have two of the medium glow, but I actually don't know where it is. I'll be in a bag somewhere. But these are so good. It kind of reminds me of the Lumi Magic Primer from L'Oreal, which was years ago. It got discontinued. It was my ultimate favourite primer. I used it for about, I don't know, 15 years. It was my go-to primer. It was sort of like the drugstore equivalent to MAC strobe cream. I was so upset. I feel that they've got like a lighter shade than this, and it's given Magic Lumi, and I need it. But these two were very kindly gifted from L'Oreal, which I'm still kind of like shell shocked at. But I do have my own medium glow as well somewhere. I said, don't know where it is. And then I've got light glow. This is like my most used one, because it kind of gets, so I kind of get away with it when I've not got a tan, but when I do have a tan as well, it's kind of like the best in between shade. Love this for a freshly tanned face. I haven't tried this one. This one they gifted me, it's Deep Glow. I was thinking of maybe putting it on the body, because I feel like it's a bit too dark for my face. I might look a bit orange. But I can't speak highly enough of these are so good. One of the best products that L'Oreal have brought out in a long time. To be honest, I love everything that L'Oreal does, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've ever had a L'Oreal product that I've not liked. So then we have the Fenty Beauty Drop Lit Bronzing Drops again in number 2, Taffy Topaz. I love these. I was wearing these yesterday. It's so pretty. I got this from TK Maxx for like £7. I don't know why it was in TK Maxx, because it is still literally in Boots for like £30. I got a bargain there, so I'm happy with that. The packaging is super cute. I do like Fenty products, but again, they're quite expensive. So when I seen this at £7, I was like, hell yes, you're coming home with me. This is so nice. It's not sticky, it's glowy, but it doesn't leave like an oily looking residue on the skin. So nice. Blends really easily. It's great on its own. It's also great underneath foundation. Really nice. There we go. There's my second Lumi. So I have got it. Of course I couldn't find it. So yeah, 4 of them. Slightly obsessed with, which is the Iconic London Radiance Booster. I have 3 of them. I've got 2 in Shell Glow, which is kind of like my everyday shade when I've not got a tan, or like the tan is finally like fading away. And then I've got Honey Glow, which is freshly tanned skin colour. To be honest, I think I could maybe get away with going down a shade from that, because it can be a little bit too dark for me. But these, I love these. They're £24, which is pretty expensive, but they're worth it to me. They look stunning on the skin. Again, it's kind of like the Fenty. It's glowy, but it's not super shimmery and glittery. It's stunning. This is the Shell. This one is absolutely disgusting because I've worn it to death. It's stunning, and it's good coverage. I wouldn't say it's full coverage, but it gives good coverage for a radiance booster. It's not stating that it's a foundation. And the glow it gives, it just worth it. Yes. Would I repurchase? Clearly yes. This is that, and the Lumi. If I didn't have any other foundations, I'd be happy with this range and this range. Done. If I was to lose all of my makeup, this would be the two that I'd repurchase. Next, I've got the Urban Decay. I haven't bought an Urban Decay product for years, but I seen these. I got an email from Next and they said that these were coming out, so I got these when they first came out. This is the Face Bond Luminizer in Peach. Now, again, I don't necessarily gravitate towards this. I don't know why. It's such a gorgeous shimmer. Like, it's stunning. And it's a different shade for me. I've got a lot of kind of like skin toned shades. But this is very, very peach. And it's stunning. But it's in your face glowy. Like, you could probably get away with this as a liquid highlighter rather than putting it all over your face. That's what I tend to do with this because of the colour, because of the shade, and because of the shimmer. It's not sticky. This is, none of them are sticky, to be honest. And it's just, can you tell, the glowy products are my favourite. But that is just absolutely stunning. I have used it a few times and I absolutely love it. But as I said, maybe not all over the face. I tend to use it as a liquid highlighter. Then we have the iconic London Super Smoother Blurring Skin Tint. Used these two together. Didn't work out. It just balled on my skin. It's really, really nice, but for some reason it doesn't sit on my skin very nice. If that makes sense. Like, it feels like a really nice product. It's got good coverage for a tint. And again, it's glowy. It's not sticky. But I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. It kind of just rubs off my skin when you blend it in. That could just be my skin type. I have relatively normal skin, but I do have oily bits, and then in the winter I get dry bits. So yeah, this is probably another product that I wouldn't repurchase. The Radiance Boosters 1010. This, I don't know. I mean, it's tiny and I haven't even finished it, and I've had it for about a year. But I'm not saying not try it. It might get along with your skin. I just feel like when you start blending it in, it just, you can kind of see it kind of separating almost. And then I think this is the last glowy product. So this is the Rimmel Multitasker Better Than Filters Primer, Highlighter and Glow Booster. I've been wearing this to death recently. This has been my go-to for my skin because it's such a beautiful colour. This is in the shade Light Medium. It's glowy but not shimmery. My hand's going to be covered in shimmer again. It's very natural, but it makes your skin look flawless. I don't know how. It just does. I've been wearing this to death. I had it on yesterday. I had it on the day before and the day before that. I love it. This will be another repurchase for me. Do I like it more than the Radiance Boosters and that? I don't know. It's a very different product. But honestly, it's so good. Actual foundations, like medium to full coverage foundations. So, well, apart from this one, so I got this from Next. And it's the first Clarins product I'd ever bought, apart from the lip products. This is the Tinted Oleo Serum. Healthy Glow and Nourishing Skin Tint in number... What number are you? I think it's 1. It's either 1 or 2. It's the lighter shade that I could get. It's what I've got on today. See, when I first tried this, I was expecting it to be kind of like a super duper light coverage, almost like a wash of colour, kind of natural looking. The coverage this gives for a serum tint is insane. Like, I was so shocked. Like, it literally looks like I've got full coverage foundation on right now. It's super glowy. The only issue I have with this is because it's so liquidy, if I don't set my nose instantly after wearing this, like putting it on, it kind of just goes patchy. It kind of just moves about because it is so liquidy. But once you set it, you're good. You have to set this, I feel. I don't think you would get away with this product if you have oily skin because it is very serum-like. It may just slip and slide all over your face. But if you've got dry skin, you should try this because you might actually really, really like this. And it doesn't seem to cling to any dry, I don't have dry patches, but any spots that I have, it doesn't really tend to cling to. This is so good. I was shocked with the coverage with this. It's insane. And if you know Clarins is all about good ingredients for your skin. So I haven't actually looked up, but I can guarantee this has probably got some sort of good skincare ingredients in this. And I absolutely love it. It literally looks like I've got full coverage foundation on. I don't. And it feels like nothing on the skin. It's super liquidy. Like a serum. It's nuts. Nuts, I tell. Then I've got the two IT Cosmetics CC Nude Glow and Natural Matte foundations. I was, again, very kindly gifted these. This one is in light. This one's in light medium. I haven't touched the matte one because I like a glowy base, and I got gifted this at the beginning of the year when it was starting to get sunny again, and I tend to be more matte in the winter. I don't know why, because you would think it would be the other way about, because obviously your skin gets drier. But anyway, I go through phases, but most of the time I go for glowy makeup. But there is on that odd occasion I'm like, I really want to be matte today, and that'll be the day I dig this out. I haven't used it, I haven't opened it, so it'll be good to go. So I can't say anything on this one. It's colour correcting, pore refining, full coverage cream and skin balancing serum with 40 SPF, which is insane. This one, however, I love. Do I love it more than the other stuff that I've showed you? Yes, but I don't love it enough to keep going back to it. I don't know why. Maybe I just chop and change. But this is so nice. This is also colour correcting, medium coverage skin tint with brightening glow serum. So they've both got skincare in them, which I actually really like. I like makeup that also helps your skin at the same time. It looks good, but it's also helping it underneath. And again, it's SPF 40. This is really nice. As you can see, I have used it quite a bit, even though I've barely worn makeup at all this year, because one, I've been overweight, as I've said, and two, I've been so unwell that the last thing I want to do is put stuff on my face. But I'm getting to the other side of that now. I've lost weight, I'm feeling a bit better in myself, so the makeup's starting to like creep back in. But this is really nice as well. I have the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturiser. This is my favourite moisturiser of all time. This is my third bottle of this. This is in the shade Alaska Light 2. I've had Deauville and another one of the Alaska. I do actually need to maybe get like a darker shade, like my actual shade of the foundation, so I can wear it when I'm tanned, because this is such a beautiful light coverage, but it gives enough coverage to cover what you need it to cover, but your freckles and your imperfections will still show if you like that. It's just a really, really good foundation tinted moisturiser, and I've repurchased this already. The packaging is super cute. It's got SPF 30 as well. I love this for a tinted moisturiser, because the days where I don't really want something necessarily glowy, but I don't want something really full cover, that's what I go for. And then I just add a little bit of concealer. But that is my go-to and only tinted moisturiser that I have. I have the L'Oreal True Match Nude Plumping Tinted Serum, 1% pure hyaluronic acid in 2-3 Light. I've used this to death. This is so good. Like, as I've said, I don't think I've ever used a L'Oreal product and disliked it. This is so good. It is lightweight, but it's got good coverage. Like, all these new products coming out on the market, well, they're not new, but you know what I mean, stating lightweight, and they are lightweight. You cannot feel this on your skin. It's the same in the Clarins one. You cannot feel this on your skin. It feels like nothing. It's not sticky, but it gives good coverage. Like back in the day, if you wanted full coverage, you have to go for a full coverage foundation, or even if you want a medium coverage, you would still be able to feel it on your skin like a cream sort of thing. This is just so good. I love this product. I think I actually prefer these type of product. Again, it's very liquidy. I feel like these type of products are my jam rather than the full coverage. The only time you'll ever see me wear a full coverage foundation is when I'm going out and I need it to last a good amount of hours. But that and that sort of remind me of each other. They're the same consistency, they're very liquidy. You need to shake them. Great coverage. This is just a few shades darker, so it's glass bottle, man, what's happening? Like, this is half the price of that, so if you want to try this, I would maybe try this first because it's so good. Yes, love it. Another two L'Oreal products. I have the True Match foundation. I have used this for years, since it literally first came over to the UK, because I think US had it first. As soon as this came over, because that's all I used to watch, what was her name, Nicole Guerrero and stuff, she raved about this, but like it was in like a little bottle like this, and then it came over and I've used it ever since. I love it. I've got two shades. I've got 2C and 3N, neutral undertone and cool. This is kind of like my non-tan shade. This is when I'm a tanned girly, and again, it is full coverage, but it is super duper lightweight. It's really liquidy, but the coverage it gives is insane. Now, I don't think it always used to have hyaluronic acid in it, but they do now with the new formula. And it's just, and they have so much shade range in this. It's insane. So again, L'Oreal is killing it. I love L'Oreal. I do have another L'Oreal product actually. This is the Infallible 32 Fresh Wear Foundation. I recently got this. It is pretty new to me. I got the shade Cool Rose, but it's actually really dark. I actually use this when I'm fairly like couple days tanned, and it's so nice. Again, it is lightweight, but it's great coverage. I love the fact that this is how we've become with foundation. It's not, you have to have a super thick tacky foundation to have great coverage. It can be super lightweight. It doesn't have to be uncomfortable to wear. It's great. I really like it. I think the only foundation, I think I've tried all of L'Oreal foundations, I think. But these are the two I've got. Is that the only two they've got? I don't know. I've never actually looked, but so good. So good. If you're looking for a drugstore foundation, L'Oreal is the brand to go to. Like, so good. I then have a Rimmel Lasting Finish. I used to use that. This was my go-to when I was in high school. This one and the orange one, the Wake Me Up. Obsessed with that when I was in high school, and I went back to it. I was like, this, I used to love this foundation back in the day. I wonder how it's changed, if it's improved, because obviously over the years brands improve formulas. So this has got hyaluronic acid, SPF 20, up to 35 hour wear. Haven't tested that though. Hydration boost and 2% niacinamide. Is that niacinamide? Aye, yeah. And this is in the shade Soft Beige, and it's full coverage. Again, lightweight foundation. It's so good. This is my tan shade, clearly, but it's so good. And I can't remember it being that good. I do miss the old packaging though, when they were all in this sort of packaging with the red and the blue and the orange. I hate that they're trying to copy other brands. Stick to what you know, because I really like the round packaging from Rimmel, but this is so good. Again, there's not much difference in all the foundations. It's just what brand you prefer, what price point you prefer. This is obviously a little bit cheaper than L'Oreal. I think this was something like £8. I think the L'Oreal one's maybe 13 now. It's got SPF in it. I think this one's got SPF in it as well. Has it? I don't know. It doesn't say. So it doesn't look, it has SPF. This one has SPF 25 and vitamin C in it. But this has got SPF 20, which is great. Love a foundation with SPF in it. Brilliant. Amazing. Amazing. I have two sort of random ones. I've got the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation in Bisque. Bisque. This is really nice. I think I got it when it was on sale. I just don't gravitate towards it. I don't know why. I've got loads of foundations and I've got my favourites, the L'Oreal and the Rimmel ones. It's a nice foundation though, and it's a lot cheaper than obviously like most of the foundations I've got in my collection. But when you get it on deal, I think I got for £3 on deal. So nice. It is a nice foundation, I just don't gravitate towards it. And then this one is the Lacura, so an Aldi brand, Cashmere Glow Luminous Foundation in the shade 2. This is obviously duping Said brand. I've never tried Said brand. Again, I just don't gravitate towards it. I don't know why. It's very dark for shade 2. That's the only thing with Aldi, and I work for them. Their shade ranges and foundations and concealers are really bad, but they are a supermarket. They're not a beauty company, so they get away with it. But I don't know. This is the definition of a thick foundation, and you see it settling into the lines. But I don't know if that is what the original looks like. It's quite sticky and tacky as well. Smells like Play-Doh, which is not great. And it is so dark for shade 2. That's what I'm saying, it's so dark. So the only time I can wear this is when I'm super duper tanned. And I've got other foundations that I prefer. It's nice. It's like flawless, kind of blurring almost. But I wouldn't say it's super glowy compared to my other products. You know what I mean? When it's meant to be cashmere glow. I don't know. It's not my favourite, but it's not bad for the price. I think it was like $4.99. Then have two NARS products. Wow. This one I love, but the packaging I hate. My drawers are stained with this one. This is the Light Reflecting Foundation. Now NARS, for a high end, is my go-to brand for foundation. I have used Sheer Glow for 15, 16 years, maybe even longer than that. It was my first high-end product, well, base product that I'd ever bought myself, and it was this foundation, not this exact one. I used to be Deville, which is light 3 or something. Now I'm in Patagonia in medium 1.2. The amount of compliments I get when I wear this is insane. Even on TikTok, when I popped it on, people were asking what my base was. It was this. It was this. This is a foundation I will repurchase and repurchase and repurchase when I run out, because I can't live without Sheer Glow. I really only tend to wear this when I'm going out though. This is my going out foundation. Especially if I'm in a rush and I don't really know what I'm going to do with my makeup because I'm in a rush, this is coming out. It's just super easy, blends really easy. It is a little bit thicker than lightweight, but the coverage, the look, it's my favourite high-end foundation. To be honest, it's probably the only high-end foundation I have. Because the drugstore kills it with foundations. Like L'Oreal, you do not need to go high-end for foundations. L'Oreal, Rimmel, apparently Maybelline, that's one brand I've never really tried their foundations with, apart from obviously a Dream Matte Mousse back in the day when you were walking like a Oompa Loompa. But this will be the one high-end foundation I repurchase and repurchase. I do like the one in the tall bottle as well. It's a lot thinner, like lighter weight. How many times can I say lightweight? I like that one as well. But this one is just a go-to for me. If somebody was to come up to me and ask me to recommend them a high-end foundation, that one. And I've tried Dior. I think that is literally the only other MAC. I've tried MAC. Is MAC high-end? Yeah, it is now, isn't it? MAC and Dior are the only other two high-end brands of foundation that I've tried. The Dior one was really nice, but I ain't paying £60 for a foundation. Absolutely not. This is at a push at 40, I think it is now. When I first started using this, it was like 20. nuts. So this one is Light Reflecting Foundation in Patagonia as well. Again, love this foundation. It's super lightweight, really good coverage, but the packaging puts me off. It's so messy, and I've wasted half the product because it's all over my drawers. It stained my drawers. Yeah, packaging is not the best. This lid does not stay on either. It just comes off. So even if it did make a mess, if the lid was secured properly onto the bottle like this one, it would be fine because I could just wipe it. But literally as soon as you tip it up, yeah. Love the product, hate the packaging. I would go for the Sheer Glow over that one any day. Been filming for 35 minutes. Is Vive, Jamie's brand. I love this. And not because we're fellow Scottish, but this is so nice. I really wish I had got a darker shade. This is very light for me. So I need to get maybe another 2 shades and then we can like mix and stuff. But this is in 120. I genuinely thought that would be my shade. And it's not. It's too light for me. But the consistency of it, maybe in the winter, because I got this in March, so I've been quite tanned all year. So maybe in the winter when I'm very, very pale, I might get away with this. But it's so nice. Look how white it is. To be honest, I don't have a really, really, really pale foundation, so it's nice to have a shade like that in my collection because sometimes I am that pale. Just not at the moment because it's been super sunny. So I haven't really been able to use it much because it is so pale. So I'm definitely at some point going back on, or when the next time I'm in Edinburgh, picking up a darker shade so I can actually use it day to day because it's so nice. It's not sticky. It's good coverage for a balm. Again, a nice skin tint that's a good coverage. It's not super thick, but like it doesn't cover. You know what I mean? It doesn't cover tattoos and stuff, but it will cover like what you want it to cover. It will cover up redness and stuff. It's so nice. I love Jamie. I love Vive. I've got a few of their products. Yeah, amazing. And that's all my foundations. I have a lot. I didn't realise I had that much, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's all my foundations. I definitely have more than the last video, I feel. I definitely have more, but yeah, as you can probably tell, my favourite type of product is a really glowy, lightweight foundation. On the odd chance, I'd maybe like a little bit of a fuller coverage as long as it's not super thick and heavy. But yeah, I will again leave all these linked down below. Some of them were gifted. Thank you so much. I will leave that information down below. And yeah, that's my foundations. So I hope you guys have a great day. Please subscribe to my channel. That'd be amazing if you did that. And I'll see you guys in my next one.